Hello and welcome. 2026 has already begun, and if you are watching this video today, it means you are ready to finally improve your English fluency in a simple and realistic way. If you truly want to speak English smoothly this year, without fear or confusion, then this video will guide you through easy steps that actually work in daily life. In 2026, English fluency is not about memorizing difficult rules. It is about training your mind slowly so speaking becomes natural and effortless over time. Many learners stay stuck because they try too much at once, which overloads the brain and creates fear instead of building confidence step by step. Fluency grows when learning feels light and repeatable, just like daily habits that slowly shape your thinking without pressure or stress. The most important shift you must make is accepting mistakes as a normal part of learning, not something to feel embarrassed or ashamed about. Every fluent speaker once struggled to form sentences, paused while speaking, and searched for words, but they continued instead of giving up. Your brain learns best through daily exposure, not long study sessions, because consistency builds confidence while long gaps rebuild hesitation. In this journey, your focus should be clear communication, not perfect grammar, because fluency is about connection, not perfection. Start using simple sentences you already know, and repeat them often in real situations until they feel automatic and effortless. Listening daily helps your mind absorb rhythm and flow, allowing words to come out naturally instead of being forced. Choose English content that feels comfortable and understandable, because ease creates progress, while struggle creates resistance. Your environment shapes your fluency more than talent, so surround yourself with English through audio, videos, and small speaking moments. Think of fluency like mental training, where small daily actions create strong results over time without burnout. As these habits settle into your routine, your confidence quietly grows, and speaking English starts to feel less heavy. This is the moment when English stops feeling like a subject and slowly becomes part of how you think and express yourself. From this foundation, your progress continues naturally, without pressure, without shortcuts, and without breaking the rhythm you have started. Once this base is formed, the real work begins by training your mind to think directly in English so ideas move smoothly without stopping to translate internally. Translation slows speech and damages confidence because the brain wastes energy converting words instead of calmly expressing meaning in real time. To break this cycle, English words must connect directly with ideas, so responses appear instantly without searching for meanings in your first language. This starts by using English for small daily thoughts like noticing actions, describing surroundings, or expressing feelings during ordinary moments. When thoughts stay simple and clear, the brain builds strong speaking pathways that support smoother expression and faster response over time. Avoid complex sentences early, because simplicity gives the mind space to adjust naturally without stress, pressure, or mental overload. Fluent speaking is not about sounding impressive, but about sharing ideas clearly using words you already understand and control confidently. Daily speaking aloud is necessary because the mouth also needs training to move smoothly with the mind during English expression. Hearing your own English voice regularly removes fear slowly and makes speaking in front of others feel normal and manageable. Short daily speaking sessions work best because repetition builds confidence gently without exhaustion, pressure, or loss of motivation. Describe actions, plans, or surroundings in English to strengthen the direct connection between thought and spoken expression. This habit reduces hesitation naturally and increases flow without forcing grammar rules into conscious awareness. Mistakes still appear, but they feel lighter now because focus shifts toward communication rather than correctness or perfection. Confidence grows when you realize you can continue speaking without freezing, even when sentences are not fully perfect. Over time, pauses shorten, rhythm improves, and the mind stops locking itself during conversations. This stage feels quiet but powerful because effort decreases while ease and natural flow replace tension. As comfort deepens, fluency continues growing smoothly and prepares the mind for the next level of development. As fluency grows, the next focus becomes building comfort in real conversations where your mind must respond naturally without overthinking every word. Real speaking situations feel difficult because they are unpredictable, but this unpredictability is exactly what trains your brain to stay calm. Instead of avoiding conversations, you must slowly step into them using simple responses that keep communication moving forward smoothly. You do not need perfect sentences. You only need enough clarity to keep the conversation alive without stopping or panicking. When you allow conversations to flow imperfectly, your confidence increases because your mind learns that nothing bad happens when mistakes appear. Start with short interactions like greetings, small responses, or brief opinions, and let your comfort grow naturally over time. Each small success sends a signal to your brain that English is safe, manageable, and something you can actually use. Fear reduces when your brain sees repetition, because repeated exposure turns uncertainty into familiarity and control. Listening carefully during conversations also matters, because understanding others helps you respond without forcing words. Do not prepare sentences in advance, because real fluency grows when your mind learns to respond in the moment. Silence during speaking is normal, and short pauses give your brain time to organize thoughts without pressure. Over time, these pauses become shorter, smoother, and less noticeable as confidence replaces hesitation. You begin trusting your instincts instead of grammar rules, which allows speech to feel lighter and more natural. This trust is built only through experience, not through watching others speak or memorizing patterns silently. As conversations feel easier, your personality starts showing through your English instead of hiding behind fear. This is where English stops being a practice activity and becomes a real communication tool in your daily life. Confidence deepens further when you realize you can handle misunderstandings calmly and continue speaking without losing control. You start enjoying conversations instead of surviving them because your focus shifts from fear to connection and expression. This enjoyment reinforces learning naturally, making practice feel rewarding instead of exhausting or mentally draining. With this comfort firmly in place, your fluency continues strengthening quietly, preparing your mind for deeper control and expression. As control deepens, the final stage of fluency is learning to stay consistent even when motivation drops or progress temporarily feels slow and unclear. Many learners quit at this point because improvement feels invisible. But this quiet phase is where real fluency slowly locks into your mind. You must trust the process and continue daily exposure patiently, because fluency grows silently before it becomes obvious in real conversations. Some days speaking feels easy. Other days it feels heavy and forced. And this fluctuation is completely normal in every long-term learning journey. Instead of judging your progress daily, look at weeks and months, because real improvement only appears clearly when time is allowed to pass. At this stage, English becomes part of your routine rather than a task you need to push yourself to complete every day. You begin consuming English naturally through content you enjoy, not because you must practice, but because it feels familiar and comfortable. Your confidence now comes from familiarity, not effort, because English no longer feels foreign to your thinking or expression process. Mistakes still happen, but they no longer stop you or shake you, because communication matters more than accuracy at this level. You start focusing on ideas, emotions, and meaning instead of sentence structure, grammar rules, or perfect word order. This shift allows your personality to flow freely, making your English sound natural, human, and uniquely your own. Fluency now supports your goals, whether for work, study, travel, or deeper and more meaningful conversations with others. You no longer wait for the perfect moment to speak, because English feels available and usable whenever you need it. Consistency remains your strongest tool, because small daily contact keeps your fluency active, flexible, and mentally sharp. Even short exposure protects your progress and prevents hesitation from slowly returning without you noticing it. At this point, English is no longer something you are learning consciously, it is something you are using naturally. This is what true fluency looks like: calm, confident, flexible, and reliable in real-life situations. As 2026 continues, your English grows with you, supporting your confidence, clarity, and ability to connect with people. The journey no longer feels heavy or stressful now, because fluency has become a natural extension of how you think and speak. This is how English stays with you long-term, not through pressure, but through steady use and quiet confidence.